Howdy everyone, it's me once again, the one and only Killer Dan. And today, as you can see, I'm still continuing my Disney movie marathon where I'll be talking about the movies, TV shows, merchandising, theme parks, I don't know, whatever the case may be. If it's related to Disney in any shape or form, yes, of course, there's a good chance I'll be talking about it. So here we go, again, let's see. Let's make it quick and just get straight to the point. So I did come across this article, saw Cinderella in a totally different way after watching the film as an adult. Like, okay, sure, that's fine. As you get older, there might be things you might have picked up that maybe originally you did not see it as a child. I kind of want to do something similar to that article because, for one, I do think the original Cinderella film gets a lot. Well, when I say original, I mean Disney's version does get a lot of bad reputation. If you ask me, it does a bad rap around this film. People complain that it's sexist, it's this, it's that, blah 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 blah. When in reality, it clearly isn't. And with those things, yes, this was made in a period of time of the United States, sure, but that's kind of besides the point. I mean, sure, this was made in a time period where, I mean, technically, yes, women did have rights, but it was like severely limited compared to now. Sure, this is not a reflection of its time, okay? It really isn't. That's what I'm trying to say. And people do have to realize the story of Cinderella actually existed eons on eons on eons way before Disney was ever a thing. And this was, I guess, loosely based on that story. You might have some of these elements from that story, but that's about it, really. And Disney was just doing its own thing. When I say Disney, I mean the studio, the guy who made it and whatnot. He was just doing his own thing, his own version of it, like so many people had done over the years. I mean, sure, but anyway, but point being, yeah, yes, I was saying, folks, it was Cinderella. I don't think it's nowhere near as bad as people made out to be. I think there are some good lessons to be here. Like first off, like one of the most obvious things is that people can get from this is hard work pays off. I mean, realistically speaking, yes, sometimes you can take 5 steps forward and somehow you end up like 40 steps back. Well, unfortunately, that's a part of reality, that's a part of life. But yes, hard work does pay off. It can for a lot of people. I mean, it doesn't play for everyone, unfortunately. Again, that's a part of life, sure. I mean, yeah, it's going to be really bad luck. I mean, that does happen. But sometimes there are that chance you can still be redeemed, even if it's not your fault, of course. In the sense that you can work your ass off pretty much and still get it paid off. And I mean, I'm one of those people that believe that does happen for the most part. And I'm kind of naive if you want, but because that's only because the fact really I'm not really one of those pessimists. Oh no, I'm a realist. Shut up. You don't call yourself a realist because you're a pessimist at the end of the day. But anyway, point being is that yes, it can that can actually be a good thing. Having working really hard and whatnot, I do believe it can pay off, of course, eventually. Because Cinderella, she has a really good work ethic. I give her that. She has a real good work ethic. That is not a weak person. Just because she's Cinderella, just because she's a princess, that in itself does not mean she's weak. Being a princess, it means you're part of the government. So I don't know how that's. I mean, technically, she was a home. What do you call it? One of those a home maid. I mean, there's a technical term for that, but she was an in-home maid, pretty much. I mean, again, I can't remember at the moment, but there is a term for this. There was home, a home maid kind of a thing. That's what she does in this pretty much entire film. So technically, she does not really become a princess until a lot later, not right away. When you think about it, so her becoming a princess is like way pretty much towards the end of the movie. So it's not right away, technically speaking. I guess you can say. But anyway, but she was mistreated by her step siblings, her stepmother. They treat her like other garbage. Like she's not gonna amount to nothing. She's worthless. They view her as nothing more than just a servant for them, and that's it. Which, yes, is incredibly cruel. And to make this more depressing is that there are a lot of people out there in real life, even right now, who view their own relatives. I know they're technically not relatives by blood, but still, though. But anyway, it's just unfortunate that there are people out there who will treat others the same vain, rude kind of way, unfortunately. But that is a part of reality, unfortunately. That just makes this situation even more heartbreaking, unfortunately. But such is life, right? Such is life, I suppose. But yeah, but she remains kind. When I say she, I mean Cinderella. She remains kind. Anyway, she remains sweet and caring, nonetheless, which tells you that she's not a vengeful person. Cinderella is far from being a vengeful person. If this was someone else, then yes, it could be like a totally different story, of course. Maybe if it was someone else, maybe someone else would just snap and start killing everybody, start murdering a bunch of folks. I mean, granted, it doesn't necessarily have to be that extreme, sure, but if this was someone else, for she would have done some serious damage in some other ways. I guess you would say. I guess sometimes the best course of revenge is succeeding in what you want to do. You don't necessarily have to cause harm onto the other people who mistreated you. I guess there's other ways to fix the conflict other than just getting really angry and whatnot. This doesn't mean that Cinderella doesn't have any emotions. This doesn't mean she can't feel things. She can get mad. She can get disappointed. Of course, all that jazz. She still can feel all those emotions. She just doesn't allow her anger to get the best of her, is what I'm trying to get at. So that is definitely a thing, folks. Oh, definitely. So, in a lot of ways, you can actually respect Cinderella, at least this version of the character, in more ways than one. So that's definitely is a good thing there. I mean, yes, of course, there's sort of that fantasy element there. Obviously, there's sort of that fantasy element there, quite obviously, folks, which just fits, which just fit in the grand scheme of things, quite obviously, of course. Oh, I like that, definitely. But anyway, there's like a lot more I can get into this, of course. I just want to bring this up real quick, such as she still wished the best for people anyway, despite being mistreated. That's really good. I like that. Anyway, that'll be it for now, folks. As always, thanks for watching, and take care. See you.